What's up everyone, Kami here for another episode of Coach Kami. This submission is brought to you by djwhitebooty on Evie. I haven't actually seen her play Evie, but a longtime viewer and actually making my emotes right now. They might be out by the time I upload this video, so keep an eye out for them and thank her for the amazing job that she's done. She's going to be playing Evie again, and she'll be playing with not Wormhole, but Reprieve. So Reprieve is the one where you get to heal for 600 health a second while you're ice blocking. You're immune to cauterize, stuff like that. Evie is one of my favorite champions right now. Not like to play or to play against. She's actually very frustrating to play against, but she's in a very good spot champion-wise. She has two legendaries that are very strong, being Reprieve and Wormhole. People argue, this one's better, this one's better. That's awesome. It's a very healthy debate because it means that there are two viable legendaries for her, and she's not really overpowered. I mean, she's actually kind of being known as not that good right now. But I still think she's very good. It's hard to play Evie. She is a very high skill ceiling. Still a super fun champion to play if you're good with her and if you're meh with her. Super mobile. Her build for Reprieve is Teleport 4, Cold-Blooded 3, Swift Witch 2, Flicker 1, and Great Distance 2. I like the Great Distance 2. Don't know if I like the Swift Witch 2. I think I'd rather swap that out for 10% damage reduction when you come out Ice Block, just to keep you alive a little bit longer. If you like dive down to like 4 people, realize whoops, Ice Block, heal full, and then you're ready to get out of there. As for items, I would normally go Chronos at the beginning here, then work on Cauterize, depending on the rest of your composition. Your rest of composition is Pip, Drogos, Karak, and Torvald. Not a lot of great Cauterizers, not a lot of rapid fire. You would be an okay Cauterize because you're going to be wanting to finish off your kills. Cauterize, you went for that right away. Normally I start off with Chronos, but again, that's fine. Maybe work on Chronos or just go straight for Cauterize. I like having Chronos for Reprieve. I think it's a lot more important than Wormhole build because you're so limited by your Reprieve, your Ice Block ability. Having that on shorter cooldown is always going to be good. Good kill on that Lex, and you've completely flanked the crap out of this Victor and Saris, and they are caught unawares. Kudos to that. That Ice Block, not really needed. And that blink in there, if you notice, all of your cooldowns are off. Like, you have nothing. Like, you blinked in and you just Ice Blocked and you couldn't soar. You're probably going to die here. That happens. That's fine, but just keep an eye on your cooldowns since as you probably know, she is a cooldown-driven machine. Oops, went a little bit too far. You went to pick up Haven. It's a full Haven team, like Anara, Saris, Skye, Lex, Victor. Completely understand, but Chronos is going to help you dive in more often and stay alive more often. It's a good kill on the Lex. Got the Anara on point, Saris up there. So I kind of felt that coming. I assumed that the ult was going to be coming. Just be careful when you blink into your ult. A lot of things can happen in a blink. One, you're going to be facing the wrong way. You have to do a 180. And the Saris is moving forward. There's a Skye in the back, but she's stealth, and God knows where she went. Just be a little bit more careful on after you blink to ult. Maybe blink up in the air, and then as you're dropping, wait a second, because if you ult right when you blink up in the air, you might have that ultimate float in the air. But I'm the last one to give these tips. Kami ults are my specialty, which are terrible ults, but an ult would have been really good here. I know I'd be kicking myself in the butt right now, being like, man, damn my Kami ults! So there, again, you kind of soared in. You saw the person coming in from in front of you. You went for a Victor. You had no cooldowns up. Maybe just backed off there for a second. I know the cooldown, the overtime needed to be procced, and you wanted to stay near it, but you had a tank up there, so it would have been fine.
Defend. Attack.
Looks like you. Whoa, jeez! I didn't even see that Skye. What a professional. It looked like you learned from what happened in your last death where you wanted to die and you got out of there right away. Nades and close range hit scan is not Evie's forte. She doesn't like to be hit by that. She's a squishy chick, but she has a lot of mobility to make up for that. Again, that was an amazing opportunity for an ult. It would have been a lot better. Okay, I don't know why I'm rewinding this. Obviously, you just overblinked your where you wanted to hit. Great idea though. Just execution would have been. If the execution was perfect, that would have been a crazy ult. I wasn't even thinking right here. Yeah, and then after the ult, you kind of dived in. If you didn't hit it, then you're just in a bad situation, and they were able to kill you. Morale boost. I mean, her ultimate's good and she has very good ult generation, but she's usually, I mean, you could just kind of throw them out willy-nilly. I would have preferred Chronos, but that's just me. That was an insane kill. So this is what I was saying, this is what I wanted to say earlier. When you shot on that Lex on the right side when you started, and then you blinked onto it, sometimes you can shoot, and then as it's hitting, blink on them and shoot again, and then they almost get hit right away. Watch this, guys. Shoot, hit, right? It hit that sky right in the face. She blinked right as it hit, shot again, then soared. That was insane. Let's just take a second to realize what just happened. That was insane. Great kill by Evie, or by DJ rather, but on the Evie. That was nuts. That's like top tier gameplay right there. Like she didn't even land. She was one with the sword, or she was one with that Evie shot. She rode that thing all the way there. I like how you blinked in there. Ooh, okay, so this is very good. So notice what she's doing. She's fighting this Lex. Lex is obviously giving her a lot of crap because she's a hit scan. And she blinked in. She doesn't have her ice block up. Her blink is down and her sword is down. But she goes into this small corridor where she's like, okay, if you want to come at me, Lex, come at me. If you don't want to come at me, that's fine. I'm just going to zone this out. And then my cooldowns will be up. And then I'll come at you again. That's kind of like, I kind of look at it like a rogue. Like a cooldown rogue. Blow up on someone. Get all your cooldowns. You use them to blow them up. And then if someone jumps on you, just stealth away or blink away, soar away, and wait for your cooldowns to go back up. I like this. Very good zoning here by the Evie. Holding on to your ice block for now. Trying to heal up. You see the shots come out from the right side. I don't know about the sound, but let me go back here for a second. Let me listen to it. I think you're able to hear him. Let me crank it up. You hear those steps? Also, everyone 420 at the bottom right. Just throwing that out there. On the right side, you hear the clunk, 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 clunk. If you had your sound up a little bit higher, you might be able to hear them. Sound is a thing in this game. While not always being perfect, I, again, don't really play with sound. I play with music playing. But when I play, like, scrims and whatnot, Kobe plays scrims, I do play with sound, and that could have helped out a little bit to see where he was coming from, so you didn't have to waste a blink. Maybe you could just hit around right around this corner, and used your taunt to look around the corner. It would have been really good. But still, he missed his shots. You realize he was to the right. Maybe you realized at the last second. Ooh, my boys. And we're able to stay out of combat. Also, out of combat, the way that it works is you can be out of combat, and you can still use your sword. You can still use your blink. But if you shoot, you get put into combat. So when she blinks, you still have the out of combat regen. It worked out really well.
30 seconds remain.
Alright, you still have your ice block up. This is fine. This is fine. If you blink again, you probably don't want to blink too far into him. You have your ultimate. You could use it right now if you wanted to, but you're going to back off. A little bit sketchy, but you had your team with you, and you fell back to the Grok Totem. That was a good placement there. And you're dealing with a Ceres heal bot on a Lex, which is hit scan. You might not win this even with the Grok helping. Ooh, good pre-fire there on that Vic. I think you were going for that Lex, but Vic just happened to be there. So you hit him again. So right there, you hit him, and you knew he was going to be around to the left side. And you had I guess you had a 50-50 chance. I don't think you would have been able to get on the right side. Once you hit him, I would have snapped to the left instead of the right. So when you were pre-firing this corner, I went a little bit too far. Right there. You were gonna blink up there, right? I would have chose to blink up there because you know he was right there. So he's either A, gonna be coming back, you'll land right on him, or B, he's gonna be going this way, and you'll be able to blink up in time and be able to see it, and then know where he's at. Here you kind of blink and you're like, well, there you see him. So you would have been right here, and you would have been in a little bit better of a position. Honestly, wouldn't have helped that much in general, but that's just what I would have done in that situation. Honestly, I'm looking for things. It's hard. Like, honestly, this is very good gameplay in my opinion, and you're doing very well with Evie, and I gotta find kind of the things to point out that are very nitpicky. Jumping onto the Ceres, a legit thing to do. It's a healer. I like it. With your 900 credits, I would like to see probably Cauterize 2 is what I'd like to see. I don't really know what else the other enemies have. I don't know if I hit tab at this time. Nice taunt, nice spray. Solid spray there. Okay, so as you can see, she just picked up Cauterize 2. You've got three Cauterize 1s other than yours, so 4 altogether. I like the Cauterize 2 pickup. That's going to help out a bunch. It's going to help you be able to jump on people who you need to. Honestly, you went to the right side and you saw nobody. I probably would have preferred to go around the right side. Like, nobody here, nobody here. I would have kept kind of using my camera to see if there's anybody there. There might be someone waiting, you don't know. But I would risk it. I would risk it and I would go that way. And if there's someone there, you can of course get out. And if not, you're going to come from the side view on them and you're going to completely flank the crap out of them. Instead, you kind of ran into a Saris bullet and you're jumping on the Saris. I like this, but it would have been better to go on the right side. You would have been money. A lot easier to say that when you have wall hacks from the spectator client. Good ult here on the Saris. Not able to finish the kill, but you knew when to back off. You know that she had backup from a Victor and a Lex. Ooh, get to that Grok. Nice. You got boosted up. I like how when the Saris went invisible, you were kind of like, whatever, I don't want to waste my time with that. I know there's an Inara on the point. I'm going to go help them out. Great move there.
Enemy is unstoppable? Is that good? Enemy is unstoppable? Is that good? Is that bad?
Oh, dry bear. Now be careful with your cooldowns here. You're going to want to blink away. If you blink right on top of this guy, okay, that's an okay spot. You want to keep running. Get your blink back up. That helps out a lot. Ooh. It would have been good to blink there, and then you would have had your sword, then you could have danced around, then your ice block would have been up in time. But weren't able to get it. It's hard to win against hit scan champions like Lex, especially with the auto aim like that. You got your ultimate up. Wouldn't use it yet. You'd want to. Okay, so it's 90%. You need to get to the point quick. I honestly would turn around, do a U-turn. I don't trust any of your team to get on point. No offense to your team, but I would try to get into a situation where you could blink up right above the point and then ult on the point, and your ice block would be up right now. Then you'd have to survive a little bit. So close. So close. Your cooldowns just didn't line up enough. If you had Chronos, might have lined up. I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. Now be careful of blinking on this Lex. You got your Soar up, and that's good, but now your Soar's down and your Blink's down, and you're in a situation where you're in a 1v1 with Lex without an ice block. Doesn't matter. You got it. Run away from this guy.
Time's ticking.
I would have preferred if you ran over to the left side. You wouldn't have to blow your ice block. Then you could go right in. Oh, okay, so that Blinken, Blinken's scary. That Blinken, you are at 719 health. You're ulting. You are going full balls to the wall right now. What hit you? Huh? Something hit you. Whatever hit you. I guess maybe you weren't prepared to be hit like that, but you are blinking in with all these cooldowns up right there. So that's usually not going to end well. I don't know what hit you, like a nade or a leg shot, just a little bit lagged, but didn't work out well. That lonely ult. So sad. Oh, went too far. Got cauterized 3. Nice. Good job dodging that nade with that blink. You were able to go offensive and defensive at the same time, dodging the ult. The problem is, when you dived in and you got that kill, you should have just got out. Like, right here, when you went ice block, you should have done a 180. You should have been looking the other way because you're in a 2v1 with the hit scan. Just get out of there. The blink didn't go exactly where you wanted it to go, so I blame blink.
You are not welcome here.
Enemy killing spree.
Just targeting the Saris. This guy. Trip! Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, the ledge blocks you. You're gonna soar. You're gonna soar right onto that B. Definitely approve of your target prioritization being on that Victor, and while having Cauterize 3, you can just jump on this Victor. That being said, though, you're gonna lose this fight if you're gonna. Well, never mind. Surprised the Victor wasn't getting healed up a little bit more. Cauterize 3 is a thing. Great job on killing the Lex. You do not need your ultimate. You do not need your ultimate right now. You were in they're in a 3v2 situation. Your team is. If you just killed one, definitely do not need to ult though when I save it for the next round. Okay, so that ult was great in terms of like usability. Like you got 2 people that were pretty low, like half or even lower than that, and you got a 2-for-1. But again, I really don't think that ult was needed. She wants that like so bad. That's not Alexa the Victor. So with your items, Haven would be fine. You could go morale boost if you want, and then of course you have life rip or kill the heal. I don't like veteran, and I don't like rejuvenate Hunter. You're not really gonna get the heals, especially if it's a Pip and a Grok against trying to like keep up with an Evie blinking around like crazy. Now your heal is in your ice block. Now kill the heal. I don't like that on her either because with the reprieve build, because you have so much sustainability with your right click. Life Rip would be okay, just to keep you sustained a little bit, so you want to get that kill. If you want to get that kill before you ice block, Life Rip might be able to sustain you a little bit more, but I would prefer to see you go Haven and Warm for Morale Boost since you already chose Morale Boost, and you go for another Haven. That works. So, you went right side and you know no one went there. I would try to go right side again. I noticed something, when you're playing a game and you're doing something and no one's catching onto it, just keep doing it, and when they catch onto it, then change it up. Because they're going to be like, oh man, I just figured out what they're doing halfway through the game, and then you mix it up. Or if you think they're going to catch on to you, then mix it up if you want. But in general, especially for the first 1 or 2 rounds, like if the first round it worked, try it again on the second round. Because the other team is probably going to do the same thing even if it didn't work. And it looks like they did mix up a little thing. So you had a Grok on the right side with you. You might have just been able to just charge in with that Grok. But I don't really like the entrance on here on Evie. I think you're much better off going off on the flank routes. You can go either A, back there on the right side where the Grok was going, or B, you can come into tunnels, and then you can go around the outside with a sword. It's up to you, though. Definitely want to try to come in behind them and blink on top of them so they don't even see you coming. Because then you're pretty much forced to blink in and now you just sword out, but good job, the Victor is all alone.
Time's ticking.
See, if I would have done that, I would have blinked off the map. You want to give me some lessons there, DJ? How do you not blink off the map? Oh, so... I mean, not much to say there. You're 1135 health. You're trying to go for the kills. Sky just got a double kill. I probably would have stayed back a little bit more so you didn't put yourself into range of the Saris. If you would have stayed back just a little bit. Maybe blinked up in the air instead, just to keep you alive. But those are just really minute things. Just kind of a bad turn of events. You can literally hear that guy behind you. Is it a Lex? Yeah. Definitely go for that kill on Lex. There you go. There he was. Now, okay, now you want to be careful. Now you want to be careful, though, because there might be another person waiting for you. You do see another Saris. You see a Saris waiting for you. Now the time is to run, and you're running, but you're diving in, actually. A little bit crazy. You have no ice block. You have no blink up. I probably would have waited. I know the chicken. You did just hear the chickening? The chickening. So I respect being able to combo with that, just trying to get the kills while you can, but probably would have been better to hold off at that time and wait for your cooldowns to go up. This is actually a pretty good spot for Evie to go in because you can kind of spam it, but the Grok just ulted, so now you can push in with him. Nice. Now you got that Victor. That Victor is pretty much easy bait for you. Got your blink up. Be aware of that. Ice block will be up in 3 seconds. Always keep track of your cooldowns. Barely got her there. Barely got her. That was kind of a bummer. But the Inara actually fell, so the Saris is going to have to fall back. And you have tons of time to build up your ult. Evie builds up ult super fast, especially with morale boost too. So that's legit. That Sky you're going for. There is someone behind you. I heard them. They're still on you. That Lex does not like you. Ooh, good kill on that Lex. Surprise!
30 seconds remaining.
Honestly, I like your choice of picking on Victor here. Again, with Cauterize 3, that Sarah's isn't going to be able to heal very well. You still got your blink up, you've got your ice block up. Keep in mind, after this and you blink, you have no cooldowns up, so be careful. What a kill. What you know about that? Now your ice block's gonna be up, you can go back to being super aggressive. You're literally just, your amount of aggressiveness is dictated off of your ice block. If Chronos allows you to be aggressive more often, that'd be awesome. Like right now, you've spent 900 credits on you spent 900 credits on morale boost, right? Where if you had Chronos, you would be spending 1,200. So 900 plus 280 is 1180. Damn. Okay, fine. You're 20 off of having Chronos too, but now it's 3-3. Last points. Honestly, you could get Rejuvenate if you want, but with Evie having her fast blink back, you might want to hold on to it and maybe get Life Rip or Kill the Heal or something. Just anything to try to help out. It's the last point fight. I wish you luck. 79% on your ult. Should be able to get that ult very quickly. The right side like has had some people, but it hasn't had too much contention. Wouldn't be surprised if you go right side. I don't like left side with Evie. Like maybe go into middle and then go into hub, which may be what you're doing, but you're gonna go left side actually. But you put yourself in a really bad situation. If you would have... Okay, so now you've already got your ice block down, and you're soaring in. This is ballsy. You are able to successfully kill a Victor. That's very good. Jorgos is coming in hot. That ice block, I don't think it was that needed. Maybe I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy. I was not really looking at anything. Oh yeah, ice block is fine. Never mind. Nah, maybe you had a healer next to you. It's whatever. I get nitpicking. Bring around the Rosie. That was desperate ult. Yeah, I know that you knew that this guy was nearby, and just kind of threw out the ult. Good kill on the Lex. That's a double kill. It's pretty good. Immediately jump on anyone but an Aura, just like you're doing. Good job. Gives you sort of catch up. Oh, that Victor's one life. Got him. Again, just completely zoning out the people that are coming in. I like this play. Ooh, great shot on the Sarah's preemptive shot. A little pre-fire. That was a pretty sick, was that? Watch this. You know the Saris is going over that way, and the sky could be going that way. So you literally blink and do a 90-degree turn in midair, and you shoot to shoot that area. I like that. I mean, I don't know if that was on purpose, but that was a very good preemptive shot too.
Enemy is unstoppable. Is that good? Is that bad?
Jaguar, you cracked me up. I would probably jump out either to the right side or the left side. Oh, geez Louise. Get out! So you're gonna want to wait. You're gonna want to wait. I know you want to go. I would have waited. I would have held off right here. So you have no self-sustain except for your ice block. I would have waited just a little bit longer to hold off on your ice block, just so your cooldown would come up and you'd be able to use it. You'd be very careful. You were literally one-shot territory. Good job proccing the overtime though. Well, not really need to proc the overtime, but sustaining out a little bit. You're not gonna be able to make it out. You're good, KamiVS. They're expending a lot of ults though. %. I would like to see a blink, something, and just ult on point right here. Comes ult on point. Nice. Get your ice block up. Get your ice buff. So I probably want to see like a blink and then a ice storm on point or somewhere around point. That Victor's super low. Thought about going for him. Blink back and ult on it. Okay, good. Get your ice block up if you need it. Took a little bit of damage. Ice block. Maybe ice block a little bit early, but not that big of a deal. Stay alive is more important. And hey, you got it. I believed in you. You did it. We did it. No, mainly she did it. Pretty sick scoreline there, 53-10, not bad, 111,000 damage, great game in my opinion, with djwhitebooty on Evie. Overall, not much to really talk about other than the fact that A, watch your ults, right? Make sure you're looking where you're ulting. If you are catching someone, if you're catching someone unawares, you can blink and then ult immediately. But if you're not catching someone unawares, then you need to be careful as to when they might use their movement ability or get out of there. Blinking up in the air gives you a little bit more, because if you blink up in the air, people tend to either A, run, and you can see which way they run to, and then you can go over that way and then ult, or B, they look up and they try to shoot at you, where then you can ult, get a shot off, ice block, finish them off, whatever. But yeah, obviously just a couple missed ults there. Other than that, ults were fine. Be careful to your cooldowns. Be careful on being very aggressive when you're not going to have all your cooldowns up. Evie is literally, her lifeline is her cooldown, so speaking of which, Chronos is a very good pickup on Reprieve, in my opinion. Would have helped you out a little bit more other than your being able to ult. Just being able to just harass people more often and be able to stay sustained with your healing on your ice block more often is going to be better than being able to ult a little bit more often. Other than that, great gameplay. Thank you so much for the submission. I'm going to go and work on some other videos, some other Coach Kami videos. I'm actually getting a decent amount of submissions. Remember, if you are interested in getting these submissions into me, there are a little bit of requirements. They are down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm not going to be one of those people who asks you to like and subscribe, so I'm not going to ask.